Hi, this is Marcy. I'm in my scrapbooking room. I'm getting ready to work in my Alaskan album. I am working on pictures when we were in Vancouver from our hotel room. I'm going to put them in a pocket pages since they're scenery pictures and I don't want to cut back a lot of the beautiful scenery. We had pretty good mountain views from our room. We could see some of the town. The mountains were just beautiful with the snow on top of them, and it was cloudy and foggy, but we could see enough to really make it worthwhile. I'm backing these pictures on a bright blue cardstock, just so the blues will stand out a little bit more. I will probably, in my album, put them in pocket pages like this when I'm working with scenery pictures. I don't want to spoil the views from the beautiful scenery that was in Alaska. Our hotel was not very convenient as far as walking around. It was on a hill, and I don't do hills very well, and just wasn't in a part of town where you had much around you. You had to walk quite a ways to get to stuff, so we didn't do a whole lot. And by the time we got to the motel after the plane and after our day of getting up so early and leaving, we didn't go do a whole lot. The next day, on Sunday morning, we got up and had our breakfast and headed to the cruise, so we didn't really have a lot of time to sightsee in Vancouver. The bits and pieces I seen in Vancouver, wasn't a fan, but I think it was just where we were staying, the taxi drivers we had while we were there. So, but the views from our room were spectacular, so I really want to capture them. I'm just putting the yellow in here as a filler. I'm going to put some wording on there in a little bit. I have the receipt from our dinner that night. We went to Italia Bella. I had like a linguine that had seafood, of course, in it, and my husband had, I believe it was a beef burger, and then we split tiramisu for our dessert. You know, when you're in Canada, kind of the French, I believe, tiramisu. So we had to try that. It was a pretty good dinner. There was only a couple people in the restaurant. It was kind of small. The reviews I read online were a lot better than what I did see. Right now I'm outlining a beer mug that I have. I have a die and a stamp set that I bought for alcoholic drinks because we had so many on the cruise. So I put those on there, but the beer mug just wasn't highlighted enough, so I outlined it a little bit better. And then I put some writing on there. The restaurant was right next to the hotel, so it wasn't too far to walk. Figured if we had too many drinks, we didn't have far to walk back. We only each had a couple. Like I said, we were very tired that day. So I'm just getting everything in place, tried picture perfect first, but then I always say awesome when I'm talking about the mountains. So I have this wood veneer that I putting on here. Got from Freckled Fawn. And I'm just looking for more word stickers or stuff to put on. I went back and forth to this set of stickers several times, and I think I'm getting to the point that I have used up most of the ones that will work for what I'm doing, so I don't take too many out of it. I'm trying to figure out my placement for this. Just trying out different things to see what would work. I decided to go with the awesome, and my glue wouldn't work, and so I switched to adhesive, the Tombow Mambo, and it breaks the word. But I was able to put the words back together, and you can't even tell it. And I'm cheap, and I'm not throwing stuff away. When you make a mistake in scrapbooking, there's always a way to fix it. And throughout this album, I have made several. I'm putting some stars on here now. It doesn't need a whole lot of embellishments, but I want a little bit. I'm just trying to figure out where everything is going. And I'm thinking and decide to pull out my Creative Memories heart punch and do a punch. And then I put on there, love the view, because I love the view. And I did it in a light blue since I have the dark blue behind the pictures, trying to do a little contrast. I put some washi tape on there, yellow, that had blue dots on it, blue circles. I'm not sure if I would be able to do Project Life because I'm not good at the small squares and this kind of scrapbooking. I've been doing 12 by 12 for 20 some years, so I'm flipping all the pages over so I can get the other side and trying out different embellishments. And I go back to that thing again, and I did pull off something, a sticker, and I put view from our hotel room. And then I embellish it with a few stars. The star enamel and enamel dots themselves are awesome for embellishing. This is a story. I'll read what it says. We called a cab to take us to the port. That was a trip that is funny now, but then it was scary. He hit the curb, he jumped the line of taxis at the port, and kept saying we were going to Holland, India. Herb really liked his turban and his music. It was kind of different. And that was Sunday. So this is from Saturday night when we got into Vancouver, and then Sunday as we were getting ready to leave. And just, I put the adventure there because it was an adventure. And then Sunday on the card so that I would remember that was Sunday morning. Our breakfast there was okay. It was just kind of a normal hotel breakfast. But we figured we'd do the breakfast there since it was part of the price anyway. And then we'd save our money instead of going to a restaurant. And we'd get on the ship and eat a lunch while we were waiting for our room to be ready. I had one blank blue spot, and so I had this picture that I was going to put on and wasn't going to put on, and decided to cut it back a little and put it on. And just trimming things up. If you were ever to go to Vancouver to get on a cruise, I would definitely recommend staying downtown closer where you could go do stuff and take an extra day there. There's a lot to see. We found different brochures and stuff of things we could do, but by the time we already got there, it was kind of late to do that. So, like I said, we didn't have a whole lot of time. Okay, I've put some black washi tape, and I've just wrote awesome on the stars. Or on the heart, I'm sorry. I put stars at the bottom. And just trying to figure out what else to put on. I take these letters and I spell Vancouver. Have to get it straight. These letters are kind of foamy like. I'm not sure what company they were from now. Some of my stuff I've had in my stash for quite a while. But they're kind of foamy, and they're easy to use, and I like them. They're just the right size. I have to stop and remember how to spell Vancouver. I almost forgot the U. Our trip to the airport, or to the cruise line on Sunday, was a trip. Our driver picked us up. He hit the curb a block away from the hotel. We got in line to go into the cruise port, and he kept hollering, "Holland, India, Holland, India. Oh no, Holland, America." And then he gets in there, and there's a long line of taxis waiting to turn right. Well, he got in the middle lane, jumped over on the left-hand side in the middle lane, and decided to bypass all them taxis. The police stop him, and they're hollering at him, and he's hollering, "Holland, America!" And he turns right, and he gets us there, but kind of scared us like crazy. So it was a trip and a half to get to the cruise port. So I put a few embellishments on that page and stick that in, and decide I needed, I put "Not all those who wander are lost." And that will be about it. I tried a few more things, and other than that, that's the rest of this page. And here's a few pictures of the page, the finished page. And I hope you like it. And if you like it, please like and subscribe, and come back soon for some more videos of my Alaskan adventure. Thank you.